Oh, hey, look, all the grass is gone. So during that cutscene when you hung out with Kokichi and you came here and there was grass all over the ground.
Yeah.
I thought it looked weird. It's because they had cleared it out previously.
Oh.
They don't change the scenery depending on how far in the game you are. So they structured it as if you were still, like, during the first chapter or two.
The heck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bizarre.
They could have just reused the location.
Yeah, I guess that was just an oversight.
This is the kind of coding that's got Gamefreak in a lot of trouble right now. You hear about that crap?
Yeah, I think I saw in the Discord where it's like, first Gamefreak was just like, oh yeah, we're cutting Pokemon because it's too much work. And people like looked at the code and they were like, why are they doing such weird bullshit?
So the thing I posted in the Discord is from Sun and Moon.
Okay.
Where they had 129 separate models of Lily throughout the game instead of just reusing the one.
Huh.
In Pokemon Sword and Shield, it's been found out that the clouds that are hovering above the Pokemon when they're Dynamaxed are tied to the Pokemon.
The what?
And I think there's like 3 clouds when you start, and then 2, and then 1. It's like a countdown for how long you stay Dynamaxed.
Yeah?
So every Pokemon has a separate model with a different amount of clouds. And they have to do that for every Pokemon that can be Dynamaxed.
Are you fucking serious?
So they've made that many models instead of just making the clouds separate from the Pokemon.
Is that what that actually means, though? Does it mean, like, they're just copy-pasting cloud models?
It's speculation. No, they're not copy-pasting cloud models. They're separate models. Like, there's a Pikachu with 3 clouds, there's a Pikachu with 2 clouds, and there's a Pikachu with 1 cloud.
Okay.
And that means there are other Pokemon that are being treated the same way.
That's so bizarre. Why?
Because Gamefreak is bad at coding. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but Satoru Iwata had to save Generation 2.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they were like, Gamefreak was like, we can't fit all the code in the game, and then Iwata came along and like did some smart programming, and that's why they were able to fit. Like, they went from running out of room to fitting the entirety of the Kanto region into the game.
Oh boy!
This is how bad Gamefreak is at coding their games.
Holy, why? So, like, there's like something like I'll say there's 1,000 Pokemon. Let's just make that guesstimate.
There's like 900-ish. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Like, there's something like 900-ish by like Sword and Moon and like, Sword and Moon.
Shield.
By like Sun Moon, I meant to say. There's around like 940 something.
800.
800.
There's about 800 in Sun and Moon. There's probably going to be about 900 in Sword and Shield.
Alright, let's say it's like 950.
Okay.
Let's just say it's like 1,000. Let's just make this clear, because there's like, probably like reused models and other like crazy stuff like that, and like, weird like other things.
Well, we're not even going to be dealing with 900 some because Game Freak's cutting out a gigantic number of Pokemon.
Oh man. But yeah, let's just say like, how high would there be then? I'm trying to think, like...
Well, it depends on what's in the Galar Pokédex, because there's no national dex, and that's the problem. So let's say there are like 100 new Pokemon, and then like 50 to 75 old Pokemon.
Alright, so like around 150, so...
Yeah.
So it's like...
Triple that.
Yeah.
Triple that for all those models that they need to make.
That's something like 450 different, like, instances. And, like, I imagine that probably changes, like, based on the matchup, too, doesn't it, to some extent?
What do you mean?
Like, if a Pikachu causes, like, 1 to 3 clouds to appear, then won't, like, the other Pokemon also have an effect on the cloud number?
No, because they have their own clouds.
Okay.
The thing that leads people to believe that the clouds are tied to the Pokemon is it shows someone Dynamaxing an Arcanine, and that has its own specific cutscene. and then on the right side of the screen is where the other Pokemon would be, and there's nothing. And then all of a sudden, I think it's like a Steelix or something.
Yeah.
The Steelix pops in, and so do the clouds above its head.
Okay. So it's like 3 clouds shared, or is it like 3 clouds each?
Each Pokemon has their own clouds that denote how long they stay Dynamaxed.
Okay. So like, let me think this through a bit. So
take whatever number of Pokemon that they have in this game, and then triple it because they're incompetent.
Jeez. So it's something like 450 is still not like, you know, that's a lot of Pokemon make for like a generation. But like, assuming, you know, they like already have like, you know, the like other like, you know, like models for the other Pokemon.
Which they do.
Yeah. That's like...
because they're just reusing the old models.
Yeah.
This is being made on the Switch, by the way, which should be strong enough to handle this anyways.
Yeah.
Also, sorry if you're not into Nintendo stuff or Pokemon at all, just... gotta, like, just...
yeah.
I had to bring this up.
The thing I think back is like, you know, in like X and Y, there's like... I'll say there's like something like 500 some Pokemon in this game, maybe around 600.
Sure.
So like, if they put similar work to this that they did to that game, then they should be able to like at least somewhat do this, I think.
So... it's fine. Okay. So Iwata was still alive.
Oh, he died?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Satoru Iwata passed away, like, last year?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and as soon as he did, this crap started happening.
Oh.
So
Pokemon died with him.
I actually believe that all these years, Satoru Iwata has been saving the Pokemon games from being absolute disasters.
Oh my god. The fuck?
And now that they can't rely on Satoru Iwata, they're screwed.
Holy god.
It's crazy.
Like, you can't hire a new, like, guy who know how to do, like...
They could. They probably won't. Gamefreak has, Gamefreak has, like... I don't know. I'm gonna assume they have, like, Tencent amounts of money. Tencent being the company that owns Epic.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that they have that much money, because Pokemon is, like...
yeah.
The first or second highest selling franchise in the world. If it's the second, it's only behind Disney.
Yeah. Fine. I don't know, is Disney actually like, you know... Well,
Disney's huge.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's actually like kind of like a franchise, but I guess it would be.
Disney's a franchise.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it was, but somebody posted a chart of the all-time highest grossing franchises ever. And if Pokemon's not number one, it's up there. It's really high up there.
Definitely, like between all the merchandise and, you know, all the games and spin-offs and stuff like that, they have money.
Merchandise, games, anime, and just the fan base is huge.
Yeah.
On Japanese Twitter or whatever. Yeah, they have their own Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. There was like. And I can't read Japanese, so I'm assuming that it's people backlashing against Pokemon.
There's like a translate button on Twitter, but I'm not sure how accurate it is.
Yeah, but on the trending thing, there's like, there's something there. I assume it says Pokemon or something to that effect. People who actually can read Japanese probably actually translated it to see what it said. Yeah. Unless they're lying. But it was trending with 21.2 million people in Japan. And it's assumed, or like from the implications I get, what's trending is the backlash against the news that the national dex isn't going to be in the Galar region, and you could only transfer Pokemon to the new game if they're in the Galar Pokédex.
Yeah, I actually thought I heard about that, because like on normal Twitter, like, you know, well, like, quote unquote, like, you know, like English Twitter, like, yeah, our Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, bringing back the national dex was trending. And I, like, glanced through those, like, tweets, and, you know, one of the things was, like, oh yeah, like in Japan, like something like National Dex was like also trending. I forget what it was, but it was like, translated into something similar to bring back the National Dex.
Yeah. So maybe that's what it was. And I specifically remember the number because it's so high.
Yeah.
21.2 million Pokemon fans are not happy.
And, like, I'm definitely not buying that game until they add the National Dex.
I haven't heard about no Natural Dex. Yeah. Yeah, there's no National Dex.
And, like, also if you, like, transfer a Pokemon to, like, Sun and Shield, then you can't transfer it back to the Pokemon Bank for some stupid reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So once you send it out to, like, the next generation, you can't, like, take it back.
Alright, I'm not putting my Pokemon are not going to, what are they calling it? Pokemon Home or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of my Pokemon are going there. Not until they fix this bullcrap.
Yeah. And, like, people are quoting, the, like, initial, like, Pokemon Bank announcement, where it's just like, oh yeah, we know, like, the Pokemon are, like, your, like, friends and family, so we want to make sure you always have them around.
Yeah, now their statement is, we want the players, I don't remember the exact quote, but it's something like, we want players to experience the new region and new Pokemon and whatever, and, like, it's like, shut up. I'm, like, all they have to do, like, that's no excuse. You know what they do? You put the National Dex after you beat the game, so you can't just transfer your old team.
Yeah, and then you just do it.
Meanwhile, in X and Y, people were complaining about there being too many Pokemon to catch. I don't get people.
Yeah.
People have been complaining about Pokemon since after Gen 1. Like,
yeah.
People are ridiculous. I think Pokemon's gotten better over the years until this.
Yeah, the only thing is, like, like, I wish they, like, focused on Mega Evolution more.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Dynamax has outright replaced Mega Evolution and Z moves.
Yeah, that's complete crap, because, like, Mega Evolution was awesome. Like, I'll just, like, keep going down that line, give us, like, more options, more, like, options for, like, your ace Pokemon, right?
Yeah, Mega Evolution's a second chance for non-competitive Pokemon.
Yeah, like, Mega Arbok, is that, going something crazy? No, but, like, it probably would be. And, like, for anyone who loves Arbok, that would be awesome.
The thing is, some Mega Evolutions take effort.
Yeah.
You have to come up with a new design. With Dynamax, you just make the Pokemon bigger.
Yeah.
There's no... And I thought Dynamax was pretty cool. I was like, okay, Dynamax, cool. We'll
giant Pokemon.
We'll add that to Z moves and Mega Evolutions. It'll be cool. And then it comes out that the old things are being replaced, and it's like, okay, Z moves, whatever.
Yeah.
Those are just the, like, I win button. That's kind of cheap. But Mega Evolutions are cool. Mega Evolutions took thought and effort, and...
Yeah, new ability that's awesome,
Yeah, like... But they're just like, no, let's abandon that. Let's just make them big. It's like, oh my god, Game Freak. And they're notorious for this.
Yeah, like, originally I was, like, kind of worried, like, because, like, the leaks were coming out, it's just like, oh yeah, there's gonna be, like, armor Pokemon, stuff like that. I was worried, like, well, are you gonna need to have, like, like a Mega Pokemon, like a Z Pokemon, and, like, an armor Pokemon on your team? Like, are they just gonna be, like, layering on this bullshit? But it's like, no, it's the opposite. They're getting rid of things that I like.
Yeah.
And replacing them with things I don't care as much about.
Yeah, I'd gladly sacrifice Dynamax to have more Mega Evolutions.
Yeah, going back by, like, effing, like, Mega Gallade,
We lost,
We lost Mega Bayonet. He was awesome.
I mean, we already lost Mega Evolutions with Sun and Moon, basically.
Oh, that's such crap.
Like,
I never beat Sun and Moon.
There were never new, they never made any new ones. Like, I think
man.
they made X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and that was the last time we saw a new Mega Evolution, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Sun and Moon is like Alolan Pokemon, which were only Generation 1 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And guess what? I bet Alolan Pokemon are gone now too. I bet they're not in the Galar Pokedex.
Oh, they probably aren't, because why would they be?
Game Freak throws away old ideas, and it's the worst.
Yeah, you love Alolan Ninetales, and because it's all like, nice and pretty and cool and stuff.
It's an ice type.
Yeah.
It's a fairy ice type.
Yeah, it's nice. It looks nice. It's gone now.
Yeah. And God knows ice types need some good representation, because ice types are garbage.
Yeah. Like Alolan Muck, because it's all like, crazy and pointy and stuff.
Alolan Muck is great.
Yeah, Alolan Muck's awesome. Yeah, it's gone. Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So that's our Pokemon rant podcast.
Like, there's like one of Clips's tweets where it's just like, yeah, like, this is like good for the competitive scene because it'll like make it different for a bit. And I'm just sort of like, there's only gonna be like, 200 Pokemon max probably. That's gonna be stagnant as fuck.
Yeah, like, wait a minute, this will improve the competitive scene? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's gonna be like, everyone's gonna have like, the like, new legendary, whatever the pseudo legendary is. And like, the top fastest Pokemon in this region, and that'll be every single team.
Yeah. And
Just what else are you gonna use?
And it's like, Game Freak was also like, yeah, we removed Pokemon from balance. You removed, by just removing some of the best picks, you just, like, you're gonna improve balance by forcing people to use Pokemon that aren't as good? Like, what?
Yeah, like, I'm always, like, all for just, just adding on to, like, the options. Because, like, point to, like, something like what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is right now and be like, oh yeah, they, like, add mechanics that made that game an effing nightmare. But up until, like, what was it? Like, it was the thing after Pendulums. I think it was, like, Link Summoner or whatever.
I have no idea. They keep introducing new ways to summon things, and I've just lost track.
Up until, like, Link Summoner, it's like, like, that game had some, like, problems and definitely had a lot of power creep, but, like, you could still go back to, like, the earliest cards and stuff and, like, potentially do something crazy with that, and, that was an awesome feeling. It's like, oh, hey, I'm, like, still, like, do something cool with Blue Eyes, awesome, let's do it. But yeah.
My closing thought is 21.2 million Japanese fans, and that's not even counting the American fans, are mad about this.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of potential lost sales. Game Freak has to do something. Game Freak has to take notice of that. And if they don't, they're stupid.
Like, I don't want to, like, keep this going, but there's something I, like, heard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like, the one thing that could save this is if they delay the game.
Do it!
But, like, I read, like, a quick, like, thumbnail for a thing. I'm not sure how much truth there is in this, but I assume it's probably accurate. That apparently, like, when Nintendo announced they would, like, be pushing Animal Crossing back because of crunch, investors went crazy.
Yeah, and investors don't like it. What do you mean the product won't be out when as soon as possible?
Yeah.
What do you mean we have to wait for our money? But screw that. Screw the investors. I know they need the money, but as Pokemon, I think they'll live.
Yeah.
Delay the game a little bit. Hire some good coders to fix your game. Because holy crap, you can't just do this.
The sad part's they're probably gonna completely get away with it because it's Pokemon, Oh
yeah, people still buy it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, 21.2 million people, there's a lot of potential lost sales.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people probably will still buy the game. But Game Freak doesn't know how many people will.
Like, how much does, like, those games sell for? Around, like, around $40?
I think they go for, like, $49.
Yeah, let's...
I don't think they sell for the full $60.
Yeah. Like, if it's just, like, $40, that's, like, what,
Oh,
like $800 million lost revenue?
Yeah, and actually these will sell as full price games because they're Switch games.
Yeah, okay, so that's even higher then. Yeah, they'll probably do fine, because, I imagine, like, not everyone who's, like, in that, like, hashtag's gonna, like, stick through with, like, boycotting the game or whatever.
Yeah.
But still.
Well, you know how Gamefreak loves to make they release a better game later.
Yeah, oh boy.
Like Sun and Moon, and then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which was just Sun and Moon but finished.
Yeah.
And earlier generations, okay, fine, whatever. They had the two versions, so that people had to buy different versions and trade with people and interact or whatever. And then they would release the big, flashy final version, but it still didn't have everything. You still had to trade with people.
Yeah, they haven't, like, doing that since the beginning of time.
Yeah, but then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is just Sun and Moon, but better. Because it has more features and, like, more Pokemon and whatever.
Yeah.
It's better in almost every way. They screwed up the villain.
Oh boy, did they.
Yeah, do you know... do you care about spoilers on this? 'Cause you said you haven't finished it or whatever.
How big's the spoiler?
Do you know anything about Lucamine?
Who?
Okay, well, I guess Pokemon, who cares?
Yeah.
Do you actually care?
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, so Lucamine in Sun and Moon, oh god, what is it? Okay, she has this crazy infatuation with Pokemon. Like, she's like beautiful Pokemon, or she thinks the Pokemon are beautiful or some crap. And so she freezes them in, like... You go into her back room, and there are Pokemon, like, frozen in displays. Because she wants to preserve their beauty or some creepy bullcrap.
Oh, so it's the, like, dude from, like, X and Y again.
Well, no, he wanted to kill all Pokemon to...
His beauty and stuff, or whatever.
Yeah, but Lucamine is like, I'll protect them all. I'll protect their beauty, because I'm psycho.
Gotta catch them all.
And then it extends to the Ultra Beasts, and she's like, oh, I gotta go to their world and protect them too, and like whatever. And she was crazy.
Yeah.
She didn't care about her children because she was a psychopath.
Yeah.
In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Lucamine was being mind controlled by one of the Ultra Beasts. She didn't actually mean to do it.
Oh, that's the worst.
And it was something else. What was it?
Man, I really feel like they have to do this really dumb thing where it's like, oh yeah, we have like an effective villain, but like, let's just start a reveal that takes all agency away from them just so they can be more sympathetic.
She says, oh yay, her. Yeah,
it's just like, screw that.
Yeah. She's sympathetic. She's a sympathetic villain. No, screw that.
Oh boy. Like,
Lucamine was a terrible person with a crazy psychotic thing going on. And you know what? Pokemon's too child-friendly, alright? Screw that.
Like, do you care about, like, Black Clover spoilers?
Is there, like, a ROM hack or something?
What?
Black Clover? Oh!
No, it's a manga.
I assumed... look, there are a lot of Pokemon ROM hacks with stupid names, just like Blaze Black and, like...
The Black Clover Pokemon ROM hack.
Black Clover, it could be the name. Yeah, go ahead. No, I don't care. I don't give a crap about Black Clover.
Yeah, because, like, there's a villainy stuff, like, throughout the entire, like, series. And he's just like, oh yeah, like, humans, like, fucked over the elves, because they, like, genocide the elves and stuff for some stupid reason. He's like, oh, I have to, like, get back at them. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, basically, like, kill all the humans by just, like, having elves possess their bodies.
Okay.
And it's just, like, this completely, like, evil thing where he's just like, yeah, I'm basically just gonna, like, possess and kill everyone I want. And we'll just kill everyone who's not possessed equally, so it'll be fair. And, like, it's suddenly like, oh no, he wasn't always bad because, like out of nowhere, there's randomly like, yeah, the devil was controlling him.
Oh my god.
And now it's like, yeah, we have to beat the devil, and he's gotta help us because he's this pure soul.
Hold on, do you mean the literal actual devil?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so bad.
Well, it's implied there's more than one, but yeah.
I'm not against sympathetic characters.
But it has to come from somewhere.
It has to be earned.
They have to have, like, agency in being sympathetic. Like, it has to be a choice they make.
It's like Lucamine being mind-controlled by Nihilego is, like, the stupidest thing ever. Or, like, maybe it wasn't mind controls. Maybe she's, like, doing it for, like, she's, I don't even remember what her plan is.
Yeah.
It's something about bringing the Ultra Beasts through to their world to protect them or something.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people probably like, shot on this and stuff because it's a huge Deus Ex Machina, but, like, Pain from Naruto was, like, a solid sympathetic character because, it's like, yeah, was, like, had this big crazy ideology and stuff. But it was like, based on this, like, relationship with his old master and stuff, and it's like, they, like, have this moment where they, like, bring it back, and, they just kind of, like, talk it out and stuff, and he, like, actually decides, like, okay, like, I'm going to, like, put an end to all this and, like, do the right thing.
I'll just bring everyone back to life.
Yeah, and it's really stupid, he just brings everyone back, but it's like, at least that's, like, a choice he made, as opposed to, like, oh, the evil bad man was controlling me all along and I was always just a good guy. Like, no, like, he made his bad decisions, he, like, tried to fix his actions, and he, like, dies and, like, takes his punishment. And, like, that's kind of how it should work, I think.
Yeah. Mind control isn't necessarily bad either.
Yeah.
It's not always used in a poor way. And I know, and I know this, like, silly game that I really like, Ape Escape.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the game, you get teleported into the past, and your friend is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
More, like, a little bit later, like, really soon, you find out, oh, he was captured by the bad guy and is being mind-controlled psychically by Spectre, and now he's gonna be your rival throughout the game. Okay,
yeah.
Early on, established. It's not a last-second explanation for their villainy. It's Jake was taken away, and now he's mind-controlled, and you find out early. And then you get to the end of the game, and you save him, and everything's okay, because it really wasn't his fault, and there was never any indication that it was.
Like, or in Sarcastic Productions, I think is the channel name, is like a great video on, like, talking about, like, the mind control trope and how it could be used well. Like, if your villain is just, like, doing all wrong things and gonna get redemption, like, they don't necessarily have to die, but, there's still has to be, like, some, like, agency behind, like, making a villain sympathetic. Like, you can't just throw this reveal out of nowhere like that. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, check out Overly Sarcastic Productions on YouTube. They one of their people on that show does a thing called Trope Talk, and they talk about a bunch of this stuff. Really good videos.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
So is that, like, all we've got to say about this?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
You can just cut that out.
Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be a standalone episode.
Alright, cool.